always in need of a pap in your home but don't usually have it due to low storage factors of pap, poor power supply to the refrigerator, and other pap storage contingencies. Yeah. Most times you get to rely on Mama Yabo on the street for freshly supplied, but still not helpful because she may not have processed as at the time needed. Now, what if I teach you how to make your own pap and store it for months, giving you access to pap availability in your home and all the time? Oh yeah! Now, still on the storage, we will be using a natural preservation method that will retain the nutrients, mouthfeel, and other properties of a freshly made pap irrespective of your storage duration without using a refrigeration or heat processing method. And if this sounds interesting, hit the like button. Let's get started. Hello, it's Chinedo Vincent from salpesfoodblog.com, and we teach you how to make pastries, snacks, and lunch packs. Subscribe for more valuable food contents ahead. If you've been following me all this while, you will know that I am a big fan of white sorghum and millet because of its great flavor and aromatic properties. Such properties on my pap is not left behind. You may not like taking pap from other sources after testing this combo. So I'll combine my grains, add some water to swallow the grains, and allow to soak for 3 days. Intervally, the soaking water was replaced about twice before now with the fresh water. So here is our soaked grain at the end of the 3 days. The white sorghum and millet at this stage is usually characterized by a notable change in size and color. So we wash and strain out the water, clean the grains, and get them ready for the next grinding step. Now, if there is any flavor I love taking alongside with my pap, it is ginger and clove. Ginger is very common, so I'll talk less of it and talk more of the clove. But I personally love ginger because it increases my appetite for pap, and also it contributes to its rich mouthfeel. And for those of you who are new to clove, it is a very important spice you should be incorporating in your meal. It is full of antioxidants that remove free radicals from your body. Additionally, it has an antibacterial properties. That means it can serve as a natural preservative to your pap. And I tell you, the combination of this ginger and clove took this pap to another level. Use as much as you can for the ginger. As for the clove, I used about 3 tablespoons measure. Remember, all ingredient recipes are there waiting for you at the description box. So what I did is what is called wet grinding. Wet grinding is a grinding process in which water is added intervally during the grinding. So you can do that with a blender if you have a powerful one, or you can take it to a commercial site, which their powerful engine will do that for you. But whichever way, grinding is grinding. And if you are taking it to commercial sites, please ensure that what was grinded before you grind is not what will alter your pap. If yes, please ensure thorough washing so you don't come and complain that you followed my procedure and you didn't get it right. Anything pepper and salt should not come in contact with your pap. So I added some water for more easy filtration. Then I prepared my sieve and then start pouring in my pap and begin to sieve. Now, one thing you should bear in mind while sieving is that what you are handling is called starch. Starch is a very stubborn food component to handle. It is insoluble in water. So sieving might be a little bit stressful or tedious, but you have to be patient. You can even see that I dropped the spatula one side and go with my bare hand, so I can be able to achieve the sieving as quick as possible. Most times I pour water intervally to ensure that the starch is well extracted. In order to ensure that my starch are well extracted, I have another sieving bag in which I collect the remnants and then press to extract more starch into my bowl, just like this. Yes. So once you're sure that your starch is completely extracted, remove and set aside the fiber and repeat the process for the rest of the unfiltered pap. Now, supposing you are done filtering, transfer all your liquid filtrates into a clean bowl and allow to settle till the next day. And as for the remaining fiber, yeah, most food handlers call it chaff, but I call it fiber because it is not a waste. To me, it is very useful, especially in so many recipes. Yeah, even in production of biscuit, cookies, cake, you can even add it to your swallow, your fufu, and mix it together and pound. It can also be used as an animal feeds. In fact, the uses of these fiber are endless. Hope to shoot one recipes with it as soon as possible if time permits. And here is the next day, and I tell you the pap is settled and even fermentation has taken place. So we will strain out the water because the real pap is settling underneath. Here you can see the starch settling. That very whitish layer underneath is our pap. After decantation, pour the thick dense starch into your thick muslin bag, fold and wait patiently for the water to drain. This will take about 30 to 40 minutes to 1 hour, depending on how tight you are able to tight your bag on interval basis. This is how clean your filtrate water from the bag should look. So try to use a good muslin bag. Once the water is lost, your pap becomes dried and ready to be used. Just like this, or more, the aroma already is something else. Oh my goodness, can you have this one? Okay, you can take this one. Now we're going to take a preservative measure of this pap so that it can last for a very long time. And we'll be doing that in a few stressless steps. Now, it makes no difference whether you made it yourself or you bought from Mami Yabo on the streets. This preservation method works for every pap, whether you use simple or complex ingredients. Now, scoop the quantity of pap that you want to preserve into your bowl. Add some water and dissolve it. Dissolve it as if you want to make a pap. It is called reconstitution. So I keep adding water bit by bit until I get a slurry-like texture. That is, until the paps begin to flow. Now, you know that lumps are usually associated with paps, so you have to take your time and ensure that every form of lumps is well and properly dissolved. Now, just take a look at this. Yes, this is the exact smoothness and slurry-like feel that we want. You can see it. Yes, you can see it. Yes, this is how exactly we want it. Okay. Now that you've smoothly reconstituted your pap, The second step is to transfer the pap into your drying device or object. In this case, our device for drying is a baking tray. So pour the thick starch slurry on the tray and allow to flow all through the surface of the tray. Remember, you can use a pot, a plate, or anything you have at your home to do this, especially a metallic object. Please do not add the slurry to your pan in excess. The lighter the slurry in your pan, the shorter the drying time. So you're going to repeat this process as much as you can until you exhaust the pap in your bowl. And if you don't have enough pans, you can do them in batches, okay? The third step, place on an open air and allow to dry for at least 2 hours. Note, with or without sun, it must dry because starch has a hygroscopic nature, which means that its moisture escapes when exposed to the atmosphere. That is the scientific logic behind this method. Now, once it is well dried, it will leave a crack as a sign that your pap is well dried, just like this. It wasn't sunny today, but there was a breeze and mine dried within 2 hours. Yes, so easy to remove. You can see, and it can easily break up. I love this method so much because no nutrient is lost. The mouthfeel, the color, the flavor, every property of a natural pap is still here intact, unlike the other method of processing, and that is why most people say they don't like custard or any other pap that is being processed. Another advantage is that this method doesn't stress you and it doesn't take your time, unlike other method that you'll be asked to dry in the sun for 2 days. Is this not amazing? I told one of my friends about this powdered pap I made, and she told me that I should forget it. She don't used to like powdered pap because the taste, the flavor, aromas are usually altered. She confirmed that the taste, the ginger, the clove, the natural flavor of the pap, everything was still intact. Now you can see it doesn't need grinding, but if you want to grind, that is optional. This is because the produced pap are flaky. They can effortlessly break up into powder, still retain the organoleptic property of our freshly made pap. So all I'll do is just to package in an airtight container prior to use. You can store it for months. This can also be a lucrative form of business for you that is watching me out there, okay? This method will also save you from lots of stress, especially if you're living in an area of an epileptic power supply. You wouldn't need to refrigerate anymore, just store in a cool dry place. Shekina. Now, the tips on how to use it and various forms of products we can also generate from this powdered pap and how to make pap generally will be shared in my next video so that this one doesn't become so lengthy. I want to appreciate you so much for watching. Like this video and follow us. Thank you and God bless you. Bye bye.